Alright, I got me 2 sizable pork steaks here. I've had these in my freezer for a while. We're going to get these nicely coated, seasoned up, and on my smoker. Doing a pork butt for another video. So what I wanted to do is make sure I get maximum use of my wood, charcoal, and time. I took the day off. I've done a lot of traveling here recently. So this is kind of like my wind down time. This is my wind down time, and so let's get this seasoned up. We're going on with mustard this time. No rhyme or reason. That's what I like. Get that in. This meat's tacky. I like these. I cut these myself from a humongous pork butt I had at one point. I like this because of the fat cap. Fat cap's still on there. It's going to render out, aid in us getting a juicier product. Let's get that mustard rubbed in. This one has an excellent fat cap too. I like that. So it's a fatted piece of pork butt. Let's get that on. Get that rubbed in. We're going to get this seasoned up. Okay. The bone out of there. Okay. There's one. These, you do got to be careful of these blade bones. Some of them can be quite sharp, especially after they've been cut. I'm thinking we got some post-stoke I'm going to use. I do believe I still have some hickory too. But we're going to rock these low and slow until they absolutely fall apart tender. Another way you could do these is direct heat. So like on a Weber Smoky Mountain, or if you got a pit that holds the meat a significant distance from the charcoal, these are excellent that way too. I find that if you rush these and you're cooking too fast, then you can absolutely dry these out. This fat, especially when charred and rendered through, is absolutely delicious. And so that's kind of what we're going to go for today. However, these are going to be smoked low and slow on my stick burner, my Old Country Wrangler. Alright, now let's get to seasoning. So we're going to go, doesn't necessarily have a presentation side. I guess whatever side looks better will be the presentation side, but we're going to get these seasoned. I want these to also be barked up. Okay, it's looking good. I'll get the sides here shortly. Okay. Not gonna go too crazy with this kosher salt. This can be absolutely salty. Absolutely salty. Because of the size and the volume of the granules. We're not gonna go too crazy with it. Okay. So we're gonna pat that in. Like the way this is looking. We're also gonna, I don't like leaving this. Okay. It's looking good. And we're gonna get some on this other side. It's looking good too. Still got the like the way that's seasoned. Might hit it. Okay. Like that one. Now we're gonna go ahead and flip it. Okay. Go ahead and flip this one. I'll get the size of this one here shortly. Alright. Same thing again. 16 mesh. Nice even coat. It's going to help get us a nice even bark. Nothing too hard. Okay. We'll pat it in. Pat it in. Come back with that season on. That's going to be about it for these. There you have it. One more pat. That's about it. So stay tuned, guys. I'm going to go ahead and get a fire started. My plan is to run this nice, low and slow pretty much all day till tonight, till I can get my finished products out. One thing I may have forgotten to do with these is the sides. Okay. Alright. Looking pretty good. This is the same way I'll shape them when they're on the pit. And we're going to roll like that. Thank you for your support. If you haven't done so, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Be Smokehouse. See you guys in a little bit. Alright, let's see where we're at. We're holding right now about between 250 and 275. Let's see how we're looking. I don't expect this pork butt to have much color on it. It's got more than I've been expecting. That mahogany coming in. I have been spritzing. I started spritzing at an hour or two. We are right at about approaching 4 hours. Like the way these pork steaks are looking, they got some color on them. I'm going to let them go probably for another hour more before I even consider temping or placing them in foil, maybe with some butter. And then we're going to go from there. I want to make sure these get absolutely tender. Still got some toughness to them. But I moved them closer to the firebox in an effort to go ahead and get that fat rendered a bit quicker. Stay tuned. Alright, we're going to go ahead and get these pork steaks wrapped up. The only thing I'm doing is butter and a little of my favorite barbecue sauce. This is apple habanero. So we're going to get these down. You can still see that they have a little bit more ways to break down, but they're still pretty juicy. You see that juice running? Alright. We're going to get it down on top of that butter. And then we're going to do the same for this one. Alright. Looking pretty good. Still got a little bit to go. I'll say another 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, maybe a little bit over an hour. Then these will be, I'll open them, get the heat off of them, go ahead and wrap them back up, set them in a warm oven for holding. We're going to eat these tonight. Let me get them wrapped up. And then I'm going to throw these back on for a little bit because now I need them to get tender. Got enough smoke on them. Need them to get absolutely fall apart tender. Best way to serve these, in my opinion, is we're going to slice them. Again, going against the grain. Again, pork steaks. These are just steaks that have been cut off with pork butt. That's all it is. I'm going to wrap them nice and tight. I don't want them to sting. That one's good to go. Now we're going to wrap this one. You can sauce these at this point as well. Depending on how they do here in this wrap. Might take them out, put them back on the smoker after they're done and tender to kind of reconstitute that bark. However, I did a good job of making sure that bark was set so we don't have to worry about the bark washing off in the wrap. Other than that, I've got my 2 pork steaks. I'm going to get these back on. I'll see you guys here in a bit. Alright, we just took these off. It's not quite time to eat them yet, but they are tender. However, they're still very hot. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to open them to let them vent. Looks quite delicious. Smells outstanding. These temp 203 to 205. Let's see what this other one's looking like. This is our dinner tonight, guys. Alright, so we're going to let them vent. Look real good. I can show you that they're tender. Got my probe here. Probe slides in like butter. In like butter. In like butter. What I'm more happy about with this is getting a piece of that fat, because I know I can feel it. It's rendered, completely rendered. It's like jelly. I'm going to leave these setting in this pan, this restaurant pan, in the juice, and I'm going to slightly tint them, about like that. And these are going to go into my preheated oven. I'll bring you guys back when I'm getting ready to slice these. Stay tuned. YouTube, we back with the finished product. Here you have is one of the pork steaks that we did. Like I said, this is my dinner tonight. Let's recap what we did. I had 2 pork steaks that had been sitting in my freezer for some time now from a pork butt that I had cut them off of. I took these, I seasoned down with 16 mesh black pepper, restaurant cut pepper, Fiesta brand, or Boulder's Fiesta brand seasonal. I then fired up my smoker using a combination of wood and hickory, and these stayed on my smoker for, I want to say, right at 7 hours. The last hour I actually wrapped in foil. Inside of that wrap I went with 3 pats of butter and my favorite barbecue sauce, and here's the finished product. So now, I like the color. I achieved that bark. Again, my favorite is going to be this fat right here. Now, I'm not just going to sit up and eat fat, but let's get a slice off of here so I can go ahead and start fixing plates so we can eat. Let's see what we got. So I might still just give me a piece of that fat. Fat just comes off there. Ugh. Can you see that? See that moisture on the inside? Let's see. See what we got. Looking pretty good. The fat content's in there still, moist, juicy. Some of the edges did dry out. I thought I would be able to reconstitute them through put them in that foil packet. However, still moist and juicy product. I'm going to go in with this fatty piece. Let's see what we got. That's pretty good. I thought it was going to be overly salty, and it's not. Kind of tastes like bacon. It's pretty good. That's actually still quite tender. Pulls apart. That's pretty good. I still have the juices here in this foil, so what I will do, I will cut pieces and still place them back in the juice to ensure that we have a juicy product. This is absolutely tender. I can grab it and pull it apart. Guys, if you've made it this far and you haven't done so, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for all the support and the views that you guys have been giving me. Till next time.